welcome back to GFF and Friends, the podcast for holding space. We're grateful. We're holding space. Yeah, there you go. Yes. Happy New Year! Look at that. We made it another year. It's finally 2025. Good. Let's get started. Let's just get into it. Let's start this year.
Another year, another opportunity to figure out why I frequently only have just that little section of BBL Drizzy stuck in my head.
I am your host, Gay Fat Friend, a.k.a. Todd, and joining me, as always, is my teeny tiny, adorable, legal husband.
Hello.
Rob. Hi, babe.
Hello. I was processing that. I was like, wait, was I illegal before? I was like, oh, you're talking about our relationship.
Actual husbands.
Yes, like, yeah.
Hard H.
Wow.
Capital H.
Government approved.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we haven't gotten the receipt, but we did everything on our end.
It's in process.
Yeah, we did everything right. Yeah. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you guys had a great break. We're currently in the chode of Christmas between Christmas and New Year's.
Limbo. Just what day is it? Who knows?
But this will be posted on New Year's Day, so that's pretty exciting.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah. So it's 2025. What's the future like? Are there flying cars?
Oh my God! Seriously, report back.
But yeah, I hope you guys had a great break. I know we sure did. Rob's mom was here.
Yeah,
which was a delight.
Yes,
she was here for a long time, but it kind of went by fast.
Yeah, it was like what 5 days and change. Like ended up being kind of 6 number days.
Yeah, but and we were so busy and had so many plans that it kind of flew by.
Yeah, but like it was good though. We were busy, but not like overwhelmed.
Yeah,
like we definitely wanted to take it easy and just kind of do, some Seattle stuff. Weather was Seattling real hard, just constant mist all the time, and never really light rain.
Yeah, there was one pouring rainstorm because we're currently in the middle of an atmospheric river for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, so it's literally just going to be a deluge,
which is kind of nice. Also, I mean, seriously, it's not like we have anywhere to be. So.
I mean, we do have a drippy basement.
Whoa.
Literally, not figuratively.
Well, I mean, depends on if you're doing a little dance or not.
But it depends on how much rain is happening and which direction the rain is coming from and if it's windy. But occasionally, if all those, if all the rings align, then we get a leaky basement, which sucks. Yeah. But, what are you going to do?
You manage.
It's Seattle.
It's a basement.
Everything's wet all the time.
Right, that's what people have. They have basements that, it could be worse. We could have literal, a pump required to clear the basement.
I was going to say, friends of ours
have. So
their basement literally flooded because all of their French drain sump pump things failed and just water pouring in ruined their flooring. Yeah. It could be much worse. Ours is literally like a drip.
Could be so much worse. So it's okay.
But yeah, Christmas is great. We got to do we got to go into tourist mode, which we don't ever do.
Yeah, we went to the Chihuly exhibit museum.
The Glass Gardens.
Yeah, for the first time.
A beautiful and terrifyingly dangerous place if you play your cards wrong.
Seriously, if you've seen enough Final Destination movies or whatever, you kind of can't look at that place the same.
Yeah, it really feels like death is around every corner.
Yeah, a lot of sharp things just kind of lurking.
A lot of what are they, punji traps?
Yeah, a lot of punji stick kind of stuff where it's just if you are skydiving and things go terribly wrong in Seattle, you could end up in a very lovely place, but in a very bad way. It's
very fitting that it's literally below the Space Needle, but all the sharpest things in Seattle.
Just straight up.
Yeah, right there. Oof. Yeah, if you're skydiving and you get blown off course, that is not the place to land.
Yeah, no.
Because it's just shards beautiful. And shards of sharp glass aimed at the sky.
Yeah.
But it is beautiful.
Yeah.
And, my motto, rainbow everything. I love rainbow, and that place is Rainbow Central.
Yeah.
Colors abound. But we went to Chihuly, and where else did we go?
We walked around Fremont.
Oh, yeah, we went on a shopping adventure of Fremont, which is a neighborhood in Seattle kind of close to us, and it's really cute. It's very, bohemian, kind of crunchy granola.
And it's on the water. It's very cool.
It's really cool, and there's really good restaurants there, and this giant antique mall, which we discovered.
Multi-floor.
Yeah.
So cool, really, really neat stuff that we'd never seen anywhere else.
Yeah, and because we had to get an eccentric gift for an eccentric aunt, and we found the perfect place.
Yeah,
we got her a Klybon cat hamper, and if you know those words, then you know what we're talking about, and if you don't know those words, then Google it.
Yeah, it's very much a moment from like the sort of 80s and 90s.
Yeah, but she collects Climbon cats, and we found a hamper that she does not have, and now she will.
Seriously.
But we have to mail it to Las Vegas, which the hamper was, a certain price, and the shipping will also be that price.
Roughly, yes. Yeah, so it's just one of those things where you kind of realize, it's just the price you pay for quite possibly the perfect gift.
Yeah, and it really was the perfect gift. Like, we, Rob's mom found it, and then we pondered it for like a second, and we're like, no, we have to get this.
Yeah, like she was strongly considering it, and then I was just get it. This is cool.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
Plus, we'd already been to a couple like cute little shops and stuff, and we weren't finding anything even remotely close to what, Arlene
feeling right.
Rob's mom, her name is Arlene. Arlene didn't know what she wanted, but she knew what she didn't want, and so we were finding were the things she didn't want. So
yeah,
we were just like, nope, it's we're a couple hours out, let's just do it.
And this item basically kind of like it caught, I think, her eye from like across the store. Yeah. And she went over and looked at it because it was like above our eye line.
It was like on top of a shelf.
Yeah, for us shorties, it was like not at eye line at all. So she happened to see it from like across the store, and then she pulled me over, and I was like, never seen this before. Why are we not grabbing it right now?
Well, and it's kind of a consignment shop, and that booth also had a really fun Simpsons mirror that we got.
Yes, it was
to add to our Simpsons collection.
Carnival mirror, basically, if you win like the balloon dart toss, kind of thing.
Which I had a Metallica one, I think, or Megadeth or something. It was always like heavy metal bands. Yeah. But yeah, if you won the dart balloon ring toss thing, it was always the cheapest prize.
Yeah, like basically a 5x5 mirror with like a print on it.
Yeah,
basically.
And a cardboard frame.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, that place was really cool. And like, usually I don't like secondhand shops. I don't like vintage stores, really. They just make me sad. They always have a certain smell about them. I always find things that I like, clothes wise, that are way too small, would never fit me. Or I find stuff that I want, but it's like weirdly expensive, and people crazy overcharge for stuff. And I don't know, just vintage shops just make me sad. Plus, I like shiny and new. I like new things.
Yeah, but like, it's fine. I love nostalgia.
But so, yeah, that place was cool. That place was clean, efficient. It was nice. The aisles were pretty wide, and like I didn't feel cramped.
I mean, like I wasn't buying clothes or records there. Like that was like I literally looked through the records for like 8 seconds. I was like, oh, this is just it's almost more records as decor. There might be some gems in there. I'm not willing to go digging that much. So it's not perfect for everything. And I honestly don't like buying a lot of vintage clothes because I feel like those are usually really expensive.
Yeah. Or gross.
Yeah, but like they just had like so much cool stuff there, especially when it came to like retro toys and like old like trading card packs. Like they had some really cool stuff.
They had like the Batman Forever trading card packs, like a whole box of them.
Yeah, they had an entire box of like the original T2 trading cards, which I had back in the day, like a full set of those. So it was kind of fun just to be like, oh, they even had like a Santa trading card set, which like I'm intrigued.
Santas of the world.
Right, I'm intrigued, but not that intrigued.
Donka Santa Clausa.
Krampus better be in there, almost like a Joker.
Right. So. But yeah, it was really cool. And so that was fun, walking around Fremont. And then we kind of went the opposite end of the spectrum and went to the fanciest place, I feel like, on the planet. It's called Barking Frog in Woodinville, which is like wine country of Seattle. Not that far away, but like feels like it's... Like when you get there, you're like, how are we this close to a city?
Yeah.
But yeah, I went to a very fancy restaurant called Barking Frog, and it was delicious.
Very, very cool.
Literally like one of my favorite experiences. A fancy restaurant, we ordered a bottle of wine, we got fancy steaks, the service was impeccable, the ambiance was great. It was somehow full and also not loud. Like it didn't feel crazy. The acoustics in the restaurant were as delicious as the food.
We also did that Christmas dive bar.
Yeah, that was the first thing we did. Like Arlene dropped off her bags, and then we went to Capitol Hill and went to the Christmas dive bar, which is so cool. I feel like they have them in every city now. I see people going to them everywhere. I almost feel like it's like almost like a Tupperware party. Like it's like a service you can hire to come in and just blast out your bar in Christmas decorations. Like they go ham. I mean, every inch of this bar is like wrapped in wrapping paper or bows or Christmas decor. The ceiling, everything. And but yeah, there's a couple in Seattle. We went to the bigger one, which is called Christmas Dive Bar, and it was just a treat. It was so nice. Specialty cocktails. We got to see our friends. We got to be out and about and celebrate Christmas. And yeah, so that was like the first night. So it was a good start to the trip.
Yeah.
But back to Barking Frog, it was so funny going to like, what's it called? I don't think it's Michelin rated, but it should be. Like, it's very fancy and the food was really delicious. And just seeing like the types of people that go to these restaurants, like we almost went as like fans getting in there. Like, I know that we're all equal and we deserve to be there and like we could afford it and all that stuff. But going in, I'll be like, this is not our community. We are not, you know?
Yeah.
And we like, this is not our community. This is not the lifestyle we live. Everybody's wearing like Lululemon and has fancy purses.
Oh, it's funny because I went in there trying to see how similar we were, at least. And like everyone in there, I was like, oh, everyone's wearing sneakers. Everyone's wearing Seattle. It's whatever. And
everybody was wearing jeans and sneakers, but they were like Alexander McQueen jeans. And
and I wouldn't be able to tell. Very fancy sneakers. I wouldn't be able to tell, nor do I care on that. Yeah. So that was just a thing of like, it was, mostly I was just, I just wanted to make sure at least it wasn't going to be stuffy and unpleasant for me. Yeah. Because I hate restaurants like that, which it wasn't. So that was nice.
Yeah. But it's also funny to see how many people brought children to this restaurant where it's, $100 a plate and like kids are eating very expensive food or they're not even eating. They're just like,
or maybe they're not eating at all. So maybe the kids are just hanging out with their iPads in some cases.
Pushing it around the table. But yeah, it was a really fun experience. And Woodinville is like really special. I really love going over there because wine. I love wine and wine country. What else did we do with your mom? Well, then we had Christmas and we cooked so much food.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve, we did kind of his family tradition of making flautas and tacos all from scratch. Which was really delicious. Yeah, you talk about that.
Yeah, well, I made a bunch of corn tortillas first, which takes some time, not super hard, but just labor intensive. And then
we only had to do like 3 emergency runs to the grocery store on Christmas Eve.
Right, so not too bad.
We're like, the limes.
Yeah, had to get those limes. And then of course I went earlier because I needed more maseca, which of all the things I did not think I was gonna run out of that. Yeah. But yeah, made tortillas and then basically made our flauta mix, and then I fried up my first batch of tortillas because I spent 3 different batches of the day frying tortillas. Didn't see that coming either.
And several different varieties.
Yeah, and so like first up fried up like store-bought tortillas because I needed like a mass amount of them to make flautas, and then got those ready, and then was making taco meat, and then finally fried up my tortillas after the 2 batches of store-made for flautas because needed more, so I had to go back to that. Then finally fried up my tortillas for taco night. So we had more homemade style taco stuff, and then we had the store made tortillas and the flautas. But yeah, just like tons of food. Freezer is full.
So full.
I smelled like onions for days.
And oil. We just kind of smelled like fried oil in the kitchen. It's so hard to air out.
Yeah.
But that's the funny thing too about we made all this food. It took all day long. We didn't eat till like super late, and then we had a couple. And then we had so much left over. We were like all instantly full because our stomach shrank because we didn't eat all day.
Well, and also we ate so quickly. It was just like okay, we're done.
Yeah, I literally had like 1 taco and 2 flautas, and I was like, I think I'm done. Yeah. You wait all day for this. But yeah, now our freezer's full. And luckily, it's all like deliciously easy to reheat.
Yeah.
So we had that. And then on Christmas Day, I made my family's tradition, which is breakfast casserole and monkey bread, which turned out delicious. You can go to my TikTok or Instagram and see Rob
struggling to flip it.
Yeah, flipping the monkey bread out of the bundt pan. It's quite enjoyable, very intense.
And it's funny, and every single year we go through this where we always kind of forget how we do it. And then so it's always an adventure. It's always a little terrifying. It usually works out. We've had one major disaster. In like all the years we've been together of monkey bread flipping, we've had one disaster.
The dish we flipped it out on was too small. Yeah. And when we flipped it, all the caramel ran off and burned, and it was bad. Yeah.
And so I know that we flip it into a, basically a rimmed baking sheet, which is not the most attractive way to display it, but also we're learning from our mistakes in the past.
Yeah.
And trying to avoid future disaster. If you're watching the video, you can see that I am not shrinking. This chair sucks.
It's so weird that it just does that to you.
Yeah, and I slowly shrink all the time on it. This used to be my office chair, and I hated it. Anyway, but flip monkey bread.
Yeah, there you go. Find it. It's form over function at this point. Is that how you use that phrase? I don't even know. But we flip it out onto a cookie sheet instead of a fancy platter, because the one time we tried to do a fancy platter, it kind of ruined it.
We're actually function over form.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there you go. And then, yeah, so then, and we opened presents, and we had, like, Rob spoiled me. I did a Christmas haul on TikTok. You can see that. Rob really spoiled me and got way too much stuff.
Well, the problem was I was shopping since, like, October, and I just kind of like kept hiding stuff and then kind of forgetting about stuff and then realizing like, oh, I don't have anything that's stocking size, so then I had to go buy a bunch of little stuff.
Meanwhile, I completely forgot about stockings, and I was like, oh shit, I don't have anything to put in Rob's stocking. I feel bad. You had to load your own stocking.
Yeah, the only thing in my stocking I did put there myself. So
I forget. Well, we didn't do stockings growing up. Like, we had them. My mom just put a toothbrush and socks in them.
Oh, I was like,
and so like we didn't put like actual gifts in them.
My family really did stockings, but of course, you know, as typical, I'm pretty sure my mom was the unsung hero of that, whom
like
had
they
her
are
own
always.
empty stocking, but everyone else's was fully stuffed.
Yeah.
But although it was funny having my mom in town this year, and she did not resume that role.
Right.
So
she's been busy.
I know.
She has
but
stuff to think about.
It was a little strange where I'm glad I had the foresight to put something in my own stocking. Otherwise, the morning of when you were like, Rob, did you do stockings? I would have been like, yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing
you can
in
leave it.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay.
I will try to be better next year because stocking is usually I don't know, not even an afterthought. It's not something I think of because, you know, moms always do all the work.
Yeah. Well, and this year I kind of was doing that thing very much of like, well, as I happen to be on the internet and seeing stuff, you know, like, and it might have even been as early as August or September, I was literally just being like, oh, that seems like a perfect thing. And I'd either bookmark it or buy it. Mm-hmm. And just kind of like, I was letting the stuff roll in. Of course, that's a really easy way to end up with just a mountain of shit to wrap all of a sudden where you're like, oh, this is multiple holidays worth of stuff.
Yeah.
Luckily, our anniversary is the beginning of that month as well. So, like, I was able to at least move something on to anniversary because otherwise, seriously, Christmas would have been fucking stupid. Yeah. So,
Rob got me several Lego sets, and luckily he was like, you know what, I'm just going to give him one for anniversary.
That's easy. Just do that. But yeah, so, but oh man, I'm exhausted. I'm so glad Christmas is over.
Same. And I love that we're like in the week of relaxing. Recording this podcast today is literally our only plan for like the next week.
Meanwhile, like now that my mom is back home for her, she has
several more Christmases to do.
Several family Christmases to go. Now that she's like back with the grandkids and like her best friend is coming to town. Like there's just a lot of like extended Christmas experiences that she
Hanukkah.
has. And like meanwhile, I'm looking at the tree almost like, when are you coming down?
All right.
Like this morning, I kind of had to, it was in my targets or in my crosshairs this morning. Like while I was making my coffee, I was just like, the tree is here.
How dare you?
Which, you know, it's fine. But like, I literally had the song from the episode of The Simpsons where they're putting the tree away of like, oh, Christmas tree, you're on the curb and dead now. Like, of course, we have an artificial tree, so it's not the same.
Yeah.
But it's literally a song about like moving on from Christmas to the tune of Oh, Christmas Tree. It's very cute.
Well, it's Christmas is funny because it takes me about 3 or 4 days to put up. And then it's going to take that long to take down too because it's such a monumental task. And it's one of those things where like, oh, I just did it. Now I got to take it all down. 4 more days of this. But
well, and I feel like it's going to be one of those things where like everything's put down and all of a sudden you realize like, oh shit, that strand of lights is not up year round.
Yeah. Like, we always forget 1 or 2 things.
Well, because I feel like Halloween is one of those things where there's always something that's like vaguely spooky, but not quite, that just somehow stays out.
Yeah, that's why we have a permanent skeleton hand on the shelf.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, that's just objet now. Yeah, that's just decor.
Like, oh, I put something else in it. It's holding, you know, a record cleaning brush.
Yeah.
Now it's permanent.
Well, then also things turn into jokes, so then we have to keep them up year round, like the skeleton hand wine bottle holder.
Exactly. Or my beware sign.
Yeah, Rob has a giant sign above his office door that says beware.
It is officially Halloween decor, but more officially, it is just a way of life.
It is a legitimate warning.
It is.
But yeah, Christmas will come down this week. It's a monumental task. Mostly the ornaments coming off the tree because we got our new Costco tree. It's giant, and I used every single ornament we've ever had ever, which is a lot. It's very jam-packed full.
Well, and every year we always add like 3 to 4, like several new ornaments. So
we got some Luigi's. We got an ornament at the Chihuly Gallery. Which was fun, you know. Yeah. I love buying an ornament, by the way, at a museum any time of year. Like a lot of my ornaments are destination ornaments because it brings back good memories of the trip.
Yes.
But yeah, Christmas will come down this week. It's just so much work. let's just enjoy doing nothing for a couple days and have the beautiful tree to admire.
I know. And we we have lots of TV to get caught up on now that Squid Game season 2 is out. Yeah. That kind of stuff.
So many movies to watch. We got to go see Nosferatu, which maybe we'll do tonight.
Maybe we'll see.
I don't know. Check back next episode. All right. Well, I think that's good catching up. Your mom made it back to LA safe and sound.
Yes. Or she didn't, and somebody is texting me from her phone.
Correct. That's the only proof of life we have is her text messages.
Although I think maybe I've spoken to her. I think I actually did talk to her once, but that could have been an AI bot.
Correct. You never know anymore.
Like at this point,
everything's a deep fake.
Seriously, her visit, she might have just been a hologram. I don't know.
But I think it's time to move on to our final segment. Having wrapped up the holidays, let's move on into 2025 with a new What's Your Order? What's your order? I don't even know. I think there's like one left in the box.
We gotta shake it up real good.
I don't know what I'm going to refill that with. I don't know what this segment is going to become in the future. But we're approaching the end of ideas I have to talk about our order. Oh, no, there's 2 left. Ow!
Oh, sorry.
That actually really hurt.
Sorry. I thought it was just the watch that made that noise. And that was a bone, wasn't it?
Today's What's Your Order is Thai food, which we were just talking about because we walked by a delicious Thai restaurant yesterday.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, it smells so good out here. So yeah, Thai food. We haven't had Thai food in forever, which we used to eat all the time.
Well, I mean, we had like one of the most rockin' Thai places near to our apartment. So there was a good reason to
in
get...
LA.
Yeah. So it was a good reason to have late night Thai all the time.
Well, also, we lived in a perfect delivery zone of almost any food types in Los Angeles. Oh my God, that chair sinks so fast on you. I complained. I was like, Rob, we should switch chairs because the chair always slowly sinks. And by the end of the episode, I'm on the floor. And he's like, oh, I hate that chair. It always sinks. It's just sinking on him. There's nothing about it holding him up. That is so weird. It doesn't do that to me.
Just like, and it's like, we're doing fine right now. But like,
maybe the more weight it has on it, the better it stays up.
Maybe I sit super uneven also. Like I think I might be very much like I paid for the whole ticket, but I'm only using the edge of my seat kind of a thing. But like,
are you sitting like a child?
I mean, I typically can't sit all the way back against the back of a chair because my knees.
We also love to sit on a leg.
I do, but like I'm sitting with my feet dangling like a Muppet, and I will be my feet are now flat-footed on the ground.
Yeah, I can see. I can see in the video you're slowly going down. That's so weird. All right, we'll get a new chair for both of us.
Yeah, this thing's the worst.
That chair's got to go. Because it literally hurts me.
But yeah, Thai food.
But anyway, when we lived in LA, you could get anything delivered, and we lived next to Toy Thai on Sunset, which is our favorite Thai restaurant. I used to take first dates there all the time.
Yeah, Toy Rockin' Thai.
Yeah, and it's so delicious.
Oh man, well,
thanks for selling it with that voiceover.
No, that was the name of it, Toy Rockin' Thai.
I know, but you said it like a commercial.
Toy Rockin' Thai in Hollywood, California. Yeah. Well, I know, like, Fiona Apple was a regular there. They had all sorts of, like, fun posters and shit on the walls.
Yeah.
They had that weird table that felt like you were on display in the window.
Yeah, it's like on its own little platform. It's like on a stage. You will smell, if you eat inside the restaurant, you will smell like it for 24 hours. It gets into your pores.
Oh, like any hoodie I wore there was just like, cool, that's the Thai food hoodie for a while.
We used to take friends there whenever they'd visit. Like, it was a big part of our restaurant rotation.
Also, next door was Pop Killer, which, left after a while, but it was like the most fun sort of like vintage shop, and I kept buying shiny sunglasses there.
It was Japanese, and it was like half brand new, really kitschy stuff from Japan, and then half very expensive,
like leather
vintage
jackets,
band t-shirts and stuff. But it was so fun. I used to buy all my sunglasses there. They used to have the best sunglasses. You're disappearing. This is so funny. This is hilarious. I'm so sorry. I did not know the chair didn't work that hard for you. I thought you would stay up at least the whole show.
I literally dealt with this all day for like 8 hours a day.
It's got to be a weight thing because it's only slow for me.
And so that's why I got a new office chair because I hated this thing.
Yeah, I guess just stay down there.
No, I'm going to keep doing it.
All right.
In the final segment, I might as well. Give the people on YouTube something to watch.
Right.
And something for the podcast people to be like, why do they keep stopping to talk about this? God.
Yeah.
Stay focused, you assholes.
But Thai food. I'll go first.
Yeah.
I generally always get a pad Thai, which I like pad Thai with chicken and shrimp. That's my favorite way to have it. But it's like, it's always funny. Like chicken pad Thai is like $15. Add shrimp, $87. You're like, what? All I did was add 3 shrimp. But pad Thai with chicken and shrimp, so good. And then I always get a red curry, which I honestly don't know the differences. I know, like, I don't know if it's like restaurant to restaurant or if it's the actual like definition of what these curries are. But I feel like green curry is spicier, less sweet, and has potatoes in it. Red curry is usually sweeter. Obviously, it's red. Not as spicy, still spicy, but not as spicy. And it's usually like chicken and like red and green peppers. That's usually like a lot of Thai basil, which I love Thai basil.
Well, like it is funny because I feel so uninformed when it comes to Thai food, but like, yeah, I'm kind of a simple guy as well. Like I love a chicken pad Thai.
Oh no, that's the first time that's ever happened.
We have an ad on the TV.
This episode is crazy. Our fireplace on YouTube has an ad. It never gets ad.
The chair
chair's broken.
Anyway.
2025. This is, in like a lion, right?
We're getting all the kinks out now.
Yeah.
Like it's only uphill from here.
Jesus Christ.
But no, so yeah, I love just a chicken pad Thai, real simple. And I am a green curry man. At least my experience with green curry, it's never had potatoes in it. But
the one from Toy does.
No, I don't think it did.
It does
in the sauce.
It's one of the vegetables in the sauce. We can look it up, but I've only ever had green and red curry, and the green one had potatoes.
I don't recall it because I always got the green curry from there. Yeah, I'm a green curry guy because I do like that it's a little bit spicier. Yeah, that's usually my stuff. It's like at Toy, I always feel like I always get like that sort of black forbidden rice.
Oh yeah, Toy had the best. Yeah, I think it's just food coloring added. Like I don't think it's like a special kind of rice.
I think it's a natural rice.
Is it? But it's jet black and it's so good.
Yeah, and it's like nutty as hell.
Nutty and sticky.
Yeah, so I always got that with like the green curry, usually to go because that reheated really well, and then I do like the chicken pad Thai while I was there.
And yeah, I feel like we never what are the little chicken skewers called? Don't they have a name?
Oh, like a satay kind of thing.
Yeah, like we don't really get appetizers there, but they're enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes you're like, you know what, I want something deep fried.
Well, maybe if we went with more people and it was more of a communal experience, we would probably have a lot more. But it's one of those, just the two of us, like, get what you want.
Yeah,
get leftovers.
Well, and we haven't really found a Thai restaurant up here that we like. There's one in our neighborhood, but like the flavors, the consistency, it's all just a little different. Yeah, and it's just not what we're really hoping for. Also, kind of crazy expensive. it's like I feel like Thai food, it's mostly like street food in America, and it should be pretty cheap, and it's not. It's very expensive up here, at least the place we go. So hopefully that'll be our mission for 2025 is to find a Thai restaurant in Seattle that we adore. But all right, well, I think that's a good episode. I mean, it's super short, but we're on vacation and there's nothing really else to talk about.
Right. And this chair needs to be taken out of here, taken behind the barn and shot.
Yeah. Everything about this episode needs to go.
Seriously, get rid.
But I hope you guys had a great Christmas and are enjoying the holidays. Today's New Year's. Hopefully you don't have to go back to work tomorrow and Friday. You could just enjoy another 5 days off.
Yeah, hopefully everyone is in the same kind of just, seriously, I don't want to complain, but like this time off this year is very strange based on the way the holidays are laid out.
Yeah.
So
this is the best possible way to land holidays because then you just get extra days.
Yeah. It seems like most people I know are not going back to work until the 6th. Yeah. So if you are in that case, enjoy it. And if not, hopefully your time back at work is kind of quiet.
Yeah. And thanks for listening. Welcome back. We're so close to completing this project of 1 year of podcasts. This is, I think, episode 50. We're 2 episodes away from a full year of podcasts.
I mean, you did a full year, but seriously, everyone gets holidays.
Yeah, right? Got to take a break. Right. But thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys next week. All right, we love you. Goodbye.